shittest morning of my life. No, I'll rephrase that. I was having a shit life, and that morning was pretty special. I work in a burger bar, and my manager is a complete dickhead. He's got a cheap suit that's too big all over. Maybe he thought he'd grow into it. I thought he was more likely to shrink. I thought he'd been inflated through a valve in his arse, and if you gave him a fright, he'd go farting all around the room like an untied balloon. Stop me if I'm boring you. People say I talk too much, but maybe they just don't listen enough. Anyway, I worked with this girl, Laura. Oh, Laura. I wouldn't have minded being a burger between her baps. Anyway, she asked me why I was pissed off. I didn't know why I was pissed off, except for David Dickhead in there. I did things my way. He wanted things done the dickhead way. It's a management thing. My name's Gene. Dickhead called me Eugene. Only my mum called me Eugene. You know, I was too young for all that. I should have still been idealistic. No, I do know why I was pissed off. It was this conversation. Yeah, so that was it, when I was 5.
That's terrible.
Yeah. She just sat me down with a glass of milk and a biscuit and, you know, calmly told me what she had to say.
That he left.
I didn't know what that meant.
Well, you don't, do you?
2 weeks went by and I was still expecting him home. That was 17 years ago.
And how do you feel now?
Dunno. I went to uni, did music tech, did all the things I thought he'd have wanted to do, you know, to show him that I didn't need him.
Have you ever seen him since?
No, just birthday cards and Christmas cards. His new wife looks like Anne Widdecombe.
Nice. What about your mum?
No, she don't look anything like her.
No. What about your mum?
Oh, dunno. She's getting older. I wanted to get a new boyfriend, but she won't. There was this one guy, he had a maestro. I mean, you don't see many of them around anymore, do you?
What's a maestro?
It's a kind of car. Laura?
What?
It's a nice name, Laura.
Thanks.
Sounds a bit posh.
Yeah, it is a bit posh.
So, anyway, given all that and not wanting to make the same mistakes as my parents, I've been saving myself. You know, saving myself for the right girl. So that when I fall in love, it'll be, well, special.
Yeah, me too. I know what you mean.
So...
You have got to be joking! If you were the only bloke in the earth, I'd kill myself with an axe. No, actually, I'd kill you to stop you interfering with me when I'm dead.
Better get back to the burgers then. I'll tell you, if I didn't have my music, all this rejection would be hard to handle. That's what I want to sound like. I want to be big like that, have loads of money, and live in a house on Mulholland Drive. What's wrong with that? I live in Willesden Green. It's like being dead living in Willesden Green, except not as lively. If I was rich, I'd have a room in a swimming pool, you know, surrounded by glass like in a James Bond film, and all these naked girls would be swimming around. And I'd have a big net and pull one out every now and then, and, you know, do stuff, and then throw her back. I quite like fishing. I go down the canal. Never caught a girl though. Found a dead dog once. Yeah, if we could sound like this, if the band could sound like that. This is where we rehearse. This is where the story starts. This is where the legend begins!
What's that crap?
Nothing.
Where's everyone?
Don't know.
Nice coffins. Anyone here?
No, I don't think so.
Where's Spiv?
He's not here yet.
Uncle Deaf?
Gone home. Doesn't work at night.
Andy.
Yeah, we can use this place whenever we like.
Where's the bodies?
Next door. They won't mind the noise.
First rehearsal then. This is it.
Rock and roll!
Got your guitar?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Sold it.
Sold it?
Sold it.
So what are you going to play?
Well, I'll play air guitar today.
What?
You know. Nah. Nah. Na 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 na. Yeah, well, I know it's not ideal, but I needed the money for rent because, well, the doll had been a pain. Anyway, what did you bring?
Got a whistle.
Great, great. So the drummer though.
So?
Oh, where are the pissing drums, mate?
There's no need to be offensive.
It's the first rehearsal!
Look at on.
Nutter, you see. Well, he's a nutter. He's been like a big brother to me. The kind of brother that's scary and beats people up. Tell him about the list.
I've got this list. I repeat it to myself during the day. It's the I am list. It matters because, like, I don't think people know who they are and never really think about it.
So who are you?
So I am. Mood swings, definitely. Recreational drug user. Freely admit that.
Although I don't approve.
Dealer too. Under D in the yellow pages. Like Alman, sir.
Interest in psychology.
Got an interest in psychology. Analysed myself a lot. Better than wanking, but similar.
Simon.
Got a cat called Simon. After a brother who died. But don't go there.
Blood.
Give blood. Got 5 cards in different names. Did them all in one day once. End up in bloody intensive care. Fancy this nurse called Karen. She had an arse like an angel's arse. Heavenly. With wings. A flying arse.
We'll meet her later.
Trying to sell a kidney on eBay. To buy a drum kit. Like cigarettes, sweets, sex, violence, death.
Anyway.
You know why I give blood? Because I send you a letter saying you're okay. I like that. Reassurance.
That it.
That's it.
Thanks, Nutter.
Who else is coming?
Karen and Blob.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
And that's the band.
But it's a start. Anyway, I thought you liked Karen.
Oh, I do. What's that?
Sounds like someone moving.
Who's moving?
But it's not me, is it?
So who is it?
It must be
I thought they were supposed to be...
Dad!
Yeah.
Is that what they mean when they say fell asleep?
Must be.
Who's there?
The living?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're on the other side.
Other side of what?
Other side of the lid of this coffin?
Are you a customer?
Well, I suppose I will be. Eventually.
Hang on. I'll be with you in a second. You must be Nutter, Jean, is it?
Oh my God! You know my name! Am I next? Is it soon?
What are you talking about?
I'm too young to die!
You're probably not gonna die yet. Unless you've got a very poor lifestyle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's a hypochondriac And he thinks you're dead. But you're not, are you?
No, I'm not dead. I'm the receptionist.
Ah, that's where the confusion lies.
You're trying to be funny.
No, no,
Only I sleep a lot. That's just the way it is.
fine.
I've a recognised complaint which qualifies me for the job of receptionist.
Which is?
Narcolepsy.
What's that?
It's a sleeping disorder. It means every now and then I fall asleep right in the middle of...
A sentence?
Has she gone away?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Hello?
Karen, you look lovely.
Oh, piss off, nutter. And you, don't even think about it.
I'm always thinking about it, so I get from moment to moment.
Oh, this is Creepsville. Why do we have to rehearse here?
Because it's free. Because of Spiv and his Uncle Death.
Anyone any of the boxes?
Only a liver I killed earlier.
Of course not. They just make them here.
Where are the instruments?
For cutting up bodies.
No.
For playing.
Did you bring any?
Well, I brought a shaky thing.
We might have a problem emerging.
No. Anyway, Blob's outside. She's got something like a big sack.
Body parts. Very cute.
No, you can play it. Ta-da! Evening all.
Let's just establish something, Blob. You are, if I recall our discussion in the Bruised Apple, the bass player.
Yes.
And yet, ta-da!
It's my dad's. He said we could borrow it.
Can you play it?
Well, I was practicing on the bus, but it stopped and they asked me to walk, so sorry if I'm late.
So that's a no.
I'll have a bass next week. I know, but there's one I can borrow.
Right, well, on the plus side, us four and Spiv, thank you all for turning up, except Spiv. On the negative side, we have a whistle, a shaky thing, and a tuba.
Let's rock!
Okay, I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you deaf?
I am trying to sleep in it. Who are you lot? Are you all in the band?
That's a good question.
We're all in the band. What are we called?
Hardly think it matters in the circumstances.
I've always wanted to be in a band.
Can you play anything?
No.
Then you're in. Every band should have a corpse. Look at Keith Richards.
No, it matters. The name matters because it'll make us feel better. And it'll give us a sense of identity and belonging.
I can relate to that. Have you young?
Is this a chatter?
It's a question.
Oh. Well, I did read when I was young, but I don't have much time anymore.
The Coffins.
What about?
The name. How about the Coffins?
Sounds like the cops.
Karen and the formaldehyde.
Sounds like a suicide attempt.
The bodies?
Not bad, has a certain visceral presence.
The funny smell?
Doesn't grab me, but there is, isn't there?
It's the bodies or the warm weather we've been having lately.
The lilies.
Dead lilies.
Plastic lilies.
Gilded.
The Gilded Lilies.
The Gilded Lilies. We like it. Who are you?
The receptionist.
The Gilded Lilies. I like it.
We need a singer.
What's wrong with me?
You're crap. You look lovely, but you're crap.
Well, at least I
I'm halfway there. How does it feel to look crap and actually be crap?
Harmonious, unlike you.
That's enough, ladies. We need to present a united front. That's what being in a band is all about. 5 mates in it together.
4 mates and their pet dog.
Karen!
All right.
If we had a singer, we'd be awesome.
A singer.
You know, someone who can really carry our sound to the people.
A sexy bloke.
You're joking.
Well, who then?
Like someone who can sing. We need the face of the Gilded Lilies. Beautiful, charismatic, appealing, vulnerable yet determined, elfin but strong and willful. A sadness within concealed by outward flamboyance. The soul of a poet. Great body, nice tits. Can you sing?
No, knobhead. You really are a prat with a little twiddly knob on.
We should audition.
Can you hear me, London? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Worm, this is Willesden, not Wembley.
Nice PA. See your granddad calls bingo. You sure he won't mind?
No, it doesn't need it till Friday. Won't even miss it.
Are we ready? Worm, get the first one in.
There's no one there. You did place the ad.
Yes.
Willesden advertiser.
No, Nottingham Herald.
Did you like put it in a box so you can see it?
Look who paid for this.
You.
Why?
You're the only one that isn't skint.
Correct. So no, it does not have a box around it. It's in the small ads.
What? Where the pets and plumbers are?
Yes.
Like items for sale and wanted.
Yes.
Like wetsuit, worn ones. No one's pissed in it, honest. Free to an idiot.
For God's sake!
Well, I'm not surprised that nobody's here because we've been lucky to get an old lady looking for a used pine display cabinet. Oh, is anyone in? You see? Just tell her we've only got coffins. Oh, hello.
Hello, darling.
Welcome to James Crook & Co.
Oh, perhaps you can help me.
Yes, of course. Who was it?
Concerning?
Oh dear, is she poorly?
Narcolepsy. Isn't it catching?
My name's Jean. This is Blob. It's Karen. And that's Nutter.
Gosh, I had no idea there were so many of you.
Well, there's no limit on numbers, actually.
Well, I suppose it happens to a lot of people.
But there's only a few get lucky.
Lucky. Yes, but a lovely way of looking at it.
So, what are you going to do for us today?
Do for you?
Your song. What are you going to sing for us?
Is that what people do these days?
Under the circumstances, yes, it is usual.
Well, I could do something traditional. My husband, God rest his soul, used to like a bit of Vera Lynn.
Vera Lynn?
Yes, the White Cliffs of Dover. Would that be nice?
Right, well, the microphone's just here.
Lillian.
Lillian, just here. It's all yours, okay?
There'll be bluebirds over the White Cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just to meet and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, when the world is free.
That was lovely, Lillian, thank you.
Well, I'm sure Ted would have liked it.
Ted? Who's Ted?
He's my husband. He's next door.
Who said he was, dead?
Oh, he is. Last week. That's why he's next door. Ava, come to discuss the arrangements with Mr. Crook.
God, that's Uncle Death!
Uncle Death. She's a customer.
Death. Death is a post, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not here. We're closed. We're just, body sitting. Yes. Keeping people company whilst they wait for,
Oh, that is so
Yes, well, we're just trying to redress the balance, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, if you could let Mr. Cook know I'll be back tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'll practice my song.
Lovely. Bye.
You pulled there, mate.
It's just right for him, unless there's someone in a box next door.
It's a zombie!
Oh, shut up. Worm, get the next one in.
There's just a bag lady.
I'm not a bag lady.
So, what are you going to do for us today?
Well, what do you think?
Am I supposed to guess?
Let's just get on with it, shall we? It's a bit chilly in here. You, trying to keep meat fresh?
Well, yes, actually.
Somebody hold this broom handle.
That was going to be really lovely.
You do know that this is a band. Yeah, look, Miss Prissy, I thought that people might like something interesting on the side, in case they don't like the music.
It might work. What do you think?
Why am I not surprised that the floor is covered in blokes' jaws all of a sudden?
That was going to be art, that was.
One of the most beautiful things I've seen in my life.
Moving.
Emotional.
Full of depth and meaning.
Poetry in motion.
So I'm in then, just for standing here in my school uniform.
No! Piss off, please!
Karen!
Where have you been?
I've been digging graves.
Can't it wait? We're auditioning.
We can ask them to dig their own graves. DIY. Dig it yourself. We can offer a discount.
Where's the guitar?
I haven't got it. I thought you were bringing one. Only got a spade.
Great.
But I do come bearing good tidings.
Oh, yeah?
I asked Uncle Death about using the second best hearse. You know, for touring.
The Granada, yeah?
And he said it'd be alright, as long as we only used it in the evenings.
We're supposed to have a transit.
Still afford? Beggars can't be choosers.
Will there be bodies in it?
Only occasionally. Might have to do the odd pickup, if it fits in with the gig. Only reasonable.
God, I knew it!
Never mind. Free transport. Come on, ladies. Count our blessings. Worm, please see the next one.
Okay.
There's a mousy-looking girl with a bass clarinet.
Send her in. She's not in tears.
Right. Well, thank you,
Tabitha.
Tabitha. We'll be in touch.
If you don't have me in the band, I'll kill myself.
I'm not sure we're prepared to negotiate on that level, Tabitha.
I will. I've got the pills at home. I'll do it.
Fine, fine. That would be your choice. But I would be really, really upset if you implied that it was anything to do with this audition, which, after all, hasn't gone too badly so far.
You think I can't sing?
No. To be fair, I think you can't play the bass clarinet. Singing is an unknown. Can you sing?
No.
Then please go away, Tabitha.
You'll be sorry!
I'm prepared to take that risk. So, what do you think?
Don't think she's what we're looking for.
Next!
Hello, Uncle Death.
I wish you wouldn't call me that. Colourful. Attractive.
Blossom. Smiler. The Joker.
Never mind.
Death, then.
Yes, just thought I'd pop in and see how things were going.
Not very well, actually. Need a singer.
Oh, we've got a lovely singer next door. Used to be in light entertainment. Heather... somebody. Was one of Des O'Connor's backing vocalists. Lovely soprano.
But dead.
Oh yes, dead. Did her myself this afternoon.
You did what?
Stuffed her.
Please.
So, not much use then.
Well, no. Not in this world.
So, any more stuffing to do?
Embalming. And no, not tonight. There'll be more customers tomorrow. Time's the harvest, thank the Lord.
So,
Well, I'd like to audition.
What?
You heard?
Why is it that everyone who wants to be in this band shouldn't be in this band?
That's a good question.
I'm sick of being an undertaker. There's no future in it. Just endless, endless death. Depressing thing. Permanent, never-ending death. And I can't even finish the job. The whole of humanity and everyone a guaranteed customer. And one day, I'll die, and I'll be buried by an undertaker. It's a metaphysical nightmare. It's bloody depressing and I want some joy in my life. Is that a good enough reason?
Suppose so. Can you play anything?
No, I'm learning the violin.
Do you have a violin?
No, I'm doing theory.
Great!
And plus, you're rehearsing in my workshop.
Good point. I suppose you're in then. Next!
And your name is...
Mandy Clementine. We've met. What's yours?
Hey? Oh, Karen. Karen Humpledink. Humpledink?
Humpledink? Thought you were Karen Taylor.
I've changed it to Humpledink.
Why?
Because it sounds more interesting. And it creates... interest. And I was right, wasn't I, Mandy Clementine? You were Corrigan last time.
Yeah, it's lucky you can change your name. It's a shame you can't do anything about your face.
Well, Mandy, what are you going to do for us today then? A complete strip? Shag an animal?
No, actually, I'm going to sing.
And so she did, and remarkably, she could.
That was beautiful. I knew. You're not asleep.
And for a moment, it looked as though the Gilded Lilies had found the key to their success. Trouble with keys is that they often come with locks and doors, and sometimes a whole prison of extras. And at a rehearsal a couple of weeks later...
We need a manager. We'll never get anywhere without a manager.
And now this was getting a bit ridiculous. I mean, the band was turning into more of a social group anyway. Even Lillian had turned up with a packet of biscuits, a toaster and a kettle. Oh, God, it's you.
Hi.
Whose babies are those?
Yours, if you want them.
Piss off. No, I mean it. Please leave.
You'll be sorry. I'll come back and haunt you. I'm going to throw myself into canal with my pockets full of nappies.
I don't care. Bugger off! Yes, so I'm in this band now. It's great. We're going to be really big. I can feel it. We're going to have houses in Buckinghamshire and swimming pools full of naked fish. And the burger bar will have a plaque on the wall saying, Jean worked here 2005 till, well, whenever I don't.
Why don't you just give up?
Stupidity, sexual obsession, desperation, mental illness.
You're pathetic.
I know.
I've got a boyfriend.
I don't care.
He's huge. His wrists are thicker than your neck.
So I'll die quickly.
I don't fancy you.
I can change. There's surgery, accidents, eating disorders.
Exercise.
Yeah, that too, as a last resort. Honestly, I can change.
I think I might be a lesbian.
I can change. A lot.
Look, I'm just as bored as you, okay? But screwing in the staff restroom isn't the answer, okay?
It's a start. What about pity? My mum's really ill. And that was like the first time I told anybody that. Because like, well, I really love my mum, and I think I'm in denial. Particularly as my dad left and I haven't seen him since I was 5.
It won't work, Jean.
Are you made of ice?
No, really, I think I'm gay.
You can't be a lesbian. It would be a waste.
Who for?
For me! God, it's a tragedy.
This band?
You can be in it. Everyone else is.
Good, thanks. We need a manager. We'll never get anywhere without a manager.
Somebody pass the milk.
What does a manager do?
Gets us gigs. We're not a real band unless we play gigs. Stands to reason.
We're not a real band unless we practice. 2 sugars, please, Lil.
Only I know this bloke.
Now, when a girl says, only I know this bloke, it usually means a lot more than it would than when a bloke says, only I know this girl. You know what I mean? Because when a bloke says, only I know this girl, it usually means he'd quite like to know this girl quite a bit better. But when a girl says, only I know this bloke, it usually means, in my experience, that they've been having it away in the back of his corsets since she was 14.
That's not true. Because you've been laid as often as an egg.
It was a fiesta, actually.
Only I know this bloke.
Come on, man, you're not fooling anybody.
Okay, so I know this bloke, right?
Start at the beginning, love. Fill them all in.
For God's sake! I moved to London from Slough. I'm an M4 corridor girl. Like I live on a corridor. I was trying to get into drama school, but nobody would have me, because I don't quite fit the costume for understudy second hoofer on the left, latest Lord Wanker spectacular. No money. I saw this ad in the stage. Lap dancers required. You can see where this is going, can't you? Anyway, I can wiggle around a bit, so I gave them a call. Bloke on the other end with a cigarette voice, and arranged an audition. I asked what he suggested I wear, and he said, a thong. Well, I don't really do thongs, so I borrowed one from a friend. It was red and shiny, like a swimsuit. Looked like a piece of string you might wrap a present up with, which I suppose is the idea. Anyway, this thong required the Brazilian to come round and do his fandango, if you get my drift. Turned up with my long coat on, nothing underneath except this thong and shaving rash. Moved my hair up, so I looked a bit more like a slag, but I was the only girl in a coat, so I still looked like Mother Teresa visiting a brothel, except for Desperate Dan down below. It was cold and smelled of carpets, and I'm not kidding. This music started, and the bloke shouted, all right, Lucy. And the first girl just climbed on top of the table, started doing her stuff. Not shy at all. And I thought I was going to have to do that in a minute, with my arse hanging out. Sure enough, it was Amanda Corrigan. So I stepped into the pool of light around the table. Got my first look at him. Biggest, leeriest grin on his pock-marked face, and one hand under the table. And it just hit me. This is what I've got to do. Because of what I've wanted in my life. Because of the choices I've made. Because I got dazzled by something years ago and had a starlit fantasy I could make it real. This is what I've got to do. So I did it. It was easier than I thought. I just kept telling myself, I'm in my bedroom. There's cuddly toys. I can remember the dusty, musty smell of in the bed. There's no one there. Just a mirror. No one's gonna come in. And it wasn't so bad. I just kept my eyes on the pole in front of me, tried to ignore the eyes in the fluorescent light. And to be honest, I thought, I can cope with this. I can cope with this. And then when I'd finished and gone outside and breathed the diesel air deep, then I went and sat in a wimpy, tried not to cry, because I got the pissing job. And that's why I'd rather be in a band. It's all about where you draw the line.
So, who's this bloke then? Not the tramp with his hand under the table.
No, it's his son. His name's Dustin. We have a platonic relationship.
So this is the Gilded Lilies. I'm Dustin Champagne. Hello, Mandy. How about you introduce yourselves, guys?
Why doesn't anyone have their real names anymore? Are we all trying to be someone else?
You are such a downer, babe.
I work in an hospital and no one is called Dustin Champagne when their ass needs wiping.
Fortunately, my arse is spotless. Who are you?
Karen Humperdinck. Shake a thing and backing.
She's the nasty one I was telling you about.
Nice. Who are the others?
They're all in the band.
That is an orchestra. Who's the old biddy? Someone's granny.
He's got a goblin, hasn't he?
Don't hurt him, Lillian. You're trying not to kill. Down, Lillian.
So, you need a manager.
Who says?
I say.
Well, it's obvious.
Why is it obvious?
Have you got any songs? Have you played any gigs? Have you got any interest from any record companies? Have you done anything at all? Right. So you need a manager. Leave it with me. Yeah, so my dad owns this lap dancing club, right? But that don't make me evil, does it? I mean, it's not entirely fair, is it? Visiting the sins, fathers upon sons. I mean, it's a bit like the Old Testament. Anyway, I work for him, and I make a load of cash. It's not something I really want to do. I wouldn't mind if he were a butcher, or a plumber, or an antiques dealer. I got fine taste, me. I like nice things. I spent my whole youth watching women pretend to have sex on tables. It gives you like a hunger for the finer things in life. Now, I know I can buy all this stuff, but my point is this. If I buy nice things with dirty money, does that make them dirty? All those nice, pure, artistic, innocent things? Or with a naked girl, twiddling her own nipples on top? I think it does. And that, in a nutshell, is the horn of my dilemma. I seek purity through art. I need the Gilded Lilies. I've got you a gig.
You're joking. Where?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, lovely.
Sugar?
No thanks, I'm sweet enough.
Where's the gig?
Stoke-on-Trent.
Stoke-on-Trent? That's in Scotland.
Not quite.
When is it?
Friday night.
We haven't got any songs.
Or any instrument.
Or any talent.
Speak for yourself.
You can play it to tape.
That is cheating.
You need a look. Something unusual. Something interesting. Clothes, a style of your own.
Would anyone like any toast?
That's it!
What? Toast? I'm not dressing up as bloody toast.
No. Old biddies will dress you up to look like old ladies, like her. A real sense of mortality. It'll go with the hearse.
I want to look nice.
Yes, so do I.
And me.
What you all saying?
So anyway, that Friday afternoon we put all the gear in the back of my cousin's stretch Granada and putting it up the M6. We had a coffin in the back to make it look, well, more realistic. And Lillian, being the oldest, was chosen to be the corpse.
If our Ted could see me now, he'd be so proud.
We can get him out if you want. He's still in the fridge next door.
Mortuary, please.
Spiv, have some respect.
Sorry.
Anyway, because if I was Watford Gap before,
Granada boiled. Well, it's a classic. What do you expect?
it's a banger!
It's good enough for dead people.
He rests his case.
Anyway, it looked as though we weren't going to make the gig at all. And then this bloke walked up and said,
You having trouble with your water, mate?
Yes, you could say that.
Thing is, with these old Granadas, if you just disconnect the heater pipe and then bypass the matrix, they run much cooler.
Is that so?
You, in the AA then?
No.
So, you're stuck here with no hope of getting home for less than a couple of £100.
which was a very fair point.
I'll fix it for 30.
You're on.
And a lift to wherever you're going.
Haven't you got somewhere of your own to go?
No, I don't. And neither does my friend.
Who's your friend?
One over there, with the babies.
I don't want babies in the band. Oh, God, it's you.
Fair enough.
So, that's how we ended up with babies in the band. What are you doing with those babies?
Well, what do you think I'm doing with babies? I mean, there's not exactly a lot you can do with babies, is there? I mean, they're not exactly a useful, handy item, like a battery-powered drill or a microwave.
I thought you were in the canal with your nappies. What are you doing here?
I'm stalking you.
Right. Delighted. Who's your mate?
He's my assistant stalker, but don't worry, he's only imaginary.
He looks real enough to me.
No, he's my imaginary friend. If I stop believing in him, then he'll disappear.
Poof.
I need him while I've got nobody else.
I've got real friends like that. Where's the daddy?
Where's yours?
Dunno. Left when I was 5.
Gone the same place as theirs then. Wonder where it is.
Yeah. Wonder where it is.
You're very beautiful
Eh?
and clever.
How come I'm not rich then?
Happiness could be so easy.
Yeah, well, lay off. I'm not ready to be a dad just yet.
You get that with blokes. Have you finished it yet,
If,
Imaginary friend.
of course,
Yes, it's fixed.
I think we had a deal.
you really are weird, aren't you?
Am I? Weird and wonderful.
No, just weird. So, we pressed on to Stoke. Me with Tabitha staring at me in this, like, manic way. Mandy was in the back with If, tinkling on his Casio. I was starting to think the whole thing was a bad idea. And I thought even more when we pulled up outside this desperate-looking pub in Stoke. There was a whippet on the sign and a red light in the window. And remember, we were all dressed as old ladies.
Is this it?
This is the address.
I've seen nicer pubs. I've seen nicer dead dogs.
I can smell death.
Hurry, there it is. I like the name.
The Scratching Dog has a certain je ne sais pas.
Oh, look, it's country and western. I wonder who's on. I do like a bit of country and western.
Don't tell me.
Well, I had to promise some country and western to get the gig.
Fan-bloody-tastic.
So, we went in and started to set up. The manager was drunk and the barmaid was on the game. £5 all in, apparently. Now that's cheaper than around. There were pictures of famous people from Stoke on the walls. Stanley Matthews, Robbie Williams. 2 pictures. The clientele were dressed in check shirts and rodeo hats. We felt like a suicide waiting to happen. And when we took to the stage, I could hear a dog growling at us. I think it was the clothes. And then this remarkable thing happened. The imaginary friend started to play.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You have bad times, and he'll have good times, doing things that you just don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. You've given all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. You've given all the love you can. Stand by your man.
And for a minute, we had a glimpse of what it might be like to be popular. So I thought, what the hell? We can be a country and western band. And my mum might even like that.
I don't know any more of that stuff.
Nor do I. I had to sing it at a wedding once. It didn't last. This is the dress.
Whose wedding was it?
Mine.
You were married?
I'd rather not talk about it right now, thanks.
Yeah, fine.
So what do you know?
I know some classical stuff from piano lessons.
Play it. They're looking hostile.
So, how much should we get paid?
Well, we only played one song and they're expecting 20. So we only got paid a 20th of the fee.
Which is...
A £2.50.
They were going to pay us 50 quid for coming all the way here, when we could have quite easily given them 50 quid not to ask us at all.
Say 50. That's not good, is it?
No, Nutter, that's not good.
Never mind. It's enough to buy some food. You got a bag of chips and a Cornish pasty.
Oh, is it Ginsters?
I don't know. Where is it?
Oh, I hate Ginsters. They're all stringy and they've got those chewy bits in. What are they, toenails or teeth?
I've counted the chips. There's 5 each and a bit of pasty, but I can find it.
Oh, Moulton Mowbray. Pack of pies.
I think it might be Pork Farms.
Oh, I hate pork farm.
Look, I hardly think we're in the position to be gastronomes here, are we?
They know.
Oh, dream on.
I'll divide up the chips. Where's the bloody pasty?
Where's the pasty?
I haven't got it. I gave it to him.
Who? My imaginary friend?
You're joking.
Well, he did play the only song we've got.
Has he eaten it?
Of course he's eaten it.
Not so imaginary then.
Not so imaginary. But look, I think he might be a genius.
Bollocks, he's a greedy bastard.
No! We were writing this song in the back of the Granada. It'll sound really good. I want to be nice to him, so I gave him the pasty.
What do you mean, be nice to him?
Nothing. He's only imaginary, you know.
He's just eaten a pasty. He's got to be real.
He's in my mind!
You though are quite clearly insane, Tabitha. And your babies.
They can't be mad. They're innocent and young.
Let's take them all with us. Tabitha, the babies, and the imaginary friend.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
All right, but if you want to go to the toilet, you better go now, because we don't stop on the way. But how much you need?
Laura, can I cry on your shoulder? Just for a minute, so I can feel a slight hint of companionship in this bitter, ravenous world.
Rather you didn't, I'm still gay, you know.
Fine, fine, no, that's fine.
You can cry on my shoulder.
I just wish it would work for us. But I think it just won't. you know, the one thing I always wanted was for my mum to see us play. You know, see us play a proper gig and say, that's my child up there. That's my child up there earning loads of money. But she's not so good, really. No, not so good.
Hello.
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 The others coming.
What are you doing in there?
What do you think?
Oh, God, that's disgusting. Someone's got to be dead in there, you know.
They wouldn't mind. Where's everyone else anyway?
Karen's working, Blob's on her way, and Nutter's taking an overdose again. He's in ICU.
Right.
Been, digging?
Yeah. Yeah. You could say that. Let's get busy on that.
You know, winter coming always catches a few, like frost.
I think Mandy's coming over with If.
Right. Good.
You seen Laura?
No. Not since Stoke. Jean.
What?
What's with the clothes?
What clothes?
Your clothes.
Well, they're not mine, are they? They're my mum's.
Oh, right. So, how come you're...
Wearing them?
Yeah.
It's to do with Laura.
So go on.
She's a lesbian, you know.
No, I didn't know that, actually. I find it quite surprising.
I'm a lesbian.
What about Ted?
Ted was a woman. Times were hard and people not so tolerant.
Talking of which, what's with the clothes?
I thought you were in ICU.
I escaped. Clothes?
I'm demonstrating that I have a feminine side. Oh, God, I know it's pathetic, but I'm in a bit of a state, actually. You understand me, don't you, Lillian?
How about a lovely piece of toast?
Oh, please.
What's up, mate?
It's my mum. She's in hospital again.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Hi. Are we rehearsing today?
Supposed to be.
Why are you dressed like your mother?
Shut it, Tabitha.
You're not gay, are you? Why are the best-looking men gay?
Tabitha!
What?
Why are you dressed like a tranny?
Oh, God.
What?
Not sure that's your colour, mate. Have you thought of blue?
You know, you really are the most insensitive, unfeeling bunch of cretins I've ever had the misfortune of being shackled with. I'm going to powder my nose.
What's up with him?
This is Mum. I think she's had it.
Shit.
Yeah, shit.
The toast is ready. Where's he gone?
Shit.
Hello.
What are you wearing?
My mother's clothes. I've decided to live a double life
Why?
in the hope that you might consider sleeping with me when I'm a woman.
Do you have a retractable dick?
No, I do not have a retractable dick.
Are you gonna have it chopped off?
Probably not.
I need help. You know, hold one end for you.
Thank you, that's very kind, but I think I'll give that a miss.
Then we still have a small problem, don't we?
Probably, but it is only a small problem. You could overlook it.
You're making a fool of yourself.
I'm searching for my feminine side.
You're a bloke. You'll never find it without sat nav.
I'm in love with you. I'll do anything.
But I'm not in love with you, G. I like you. I think you're funny, but...
But
Oh.
you're right. I'm making a fool of myself.
I like the clothes. It sort of suits you.
Does it?
And I think you're very brave to walk around like that.
It's for the band. It's unusual. Attracts attention.
Certainly does. What does David Dickhead think?
Sacked me.
What, just?
As soon as he clapped eyes on me. But I don't care. Spiv's asked me to help him dig graves.
Great. Natural progression from cooking burgers.
That's what I thought. Cause and effect.
Friends.
Friends then. That's the result.
Friends then.
So, about this wedding.
It was a while ago. I was young. I was in love. It was summer. Seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
What happened?
Just didn't work out. I don't know. Nothing ever seemed good enough, you know. After the first big romantic thing, we just started to get like everyone else. Like our feet were stuck in clay. Clay-footed. Heavy feet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like going to B&Q.
Yeah. Like going to B&Q. That's what it was like. It was sort of perfect, and we just went to B&Q and started trying to make it better. And you can't do that. It's like,
Gilding the lily.
yeah, like gilding the lily.
I'm only imaginary, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Sing it. Sing how you felt about it. We've got the tune, the one we wrote in
Yeah?
Stoke.
Okay. Play it then.
If you catch a falling star, put it in a jaguar. If you kiss some pretty lips, then brew a pot of PG tears. If you want someone to care about the highlights in your hair, if you like your love romantic, swim in the Atlantic.
What do you think?
It's gorgeous. Carry on.
If you like your love romantic, swim in the Atlantic, then you're gilding the lily, my friend. Even though you know the date
So, we started playing this pub, the Umping Donkey. Had a regular slot on a Wednesday night. We'd play along to tape mostly, but gradually started to let Mandy and If do their stuff, and we'd like back it up a bit. It sounded pretty good, I thought, and for a minute we felt like a band that might, you know, stick together and maybe, just maybe, make a living out of it.
And gradually, we started to sound all right. No, really, we were. And I had a lovely set of maracas. That's a matter of opinion.
No, it's not.
Worm had a bass guitar that I borrowed off an alien who didn't want it anymore.
The aliens have bands then?
Of course, Earth music's very popular up on Uranus.
And I had a drum kit that's out of the business.
Even I had a guitar. There'd been a bird flu epidemic and business was booming. So Uncle Death had equipped us all.
Mine was a Strad. In a coffin-shaped case.
I was having a kip.
Mine was still a spade.
I was doing backing vocals. With me, we're cool, don't you think, Jean?
Look, I'm a screaming transvestite. Doesn't that put you off?
Turns me on, actually. Would you like to wear my knickers?
Laura?
Sorry, still does nothing for me.
Anyway, we sounded cool. I mean, you'll have to believe that because, well, we haven't got time to show you. But the Gilded Lilies were great. We had loads of new songs thanks to Mandy and If. And ironically, it was that night at the Umping Donkey that something quite momentous happened. We were just about to start our second set when Dustin came up to me and said,
Ricky Megalomania is in the wine bar next door.
"Who is Ricky Megalomania?"
He's a producer, record producer. He did the Spitting Llamas and the Flying Crickets. He's huge. He drives one of those hammer things and wears sunglasses in the dark.
Is all that supposed to impress me?
No, but try to stay in tune because I'm going to bring him in here.
How?
Well, he needs to see me and Nutter.
Oh, what for?
Well, Nutter has something like that he needs.
Nutter? Oh, God. I just didn't want to know, I suppose. Didn't want to admit that the whole world turns on illicit substances. Alcohol, various weeds and powders, dancing drugs, and dozy drugs. All I wanted to be at that moment. All I wanted to be at that moment was happy. You don't need a drug for that. You just need the breaks. You see, my mum, she's, well, oh, bugger it, just bugger it. Well, did he like it?
What, the bloke? Oh, he loved it. Pure Colombian. Magic Mountain.
No. The band.
Well, yes and no.
Which means,
Well, he liked some of it, but not all of it.
It'll be you he hates.
He'll want you cremated and scattered in a litter tray. It'll be the vocals he liked, won't it, Mandy?
Maybe, I don't know.
More like the guitars.
Or the heavenly violin.
Or the toast.
we were almost in tune tonight.
He didn't like the Gilded Lilies at all. He liked Mandy and the imaginary friend who wants to cut a disc with him. You know, gilding the lily.
Oh, piss it.
It's good for them.
Not for me. I mean, us. Well done, Mandy.
Yeah. Well done, Mandy.
You deserve it. You're talented. You can play.
Yes. Congratulations. Remember your old friends when you're huge.
I will. No, I will.
Whatever. Goodbye, Mandy. It was a real laugh, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a laugh. I'm sorry, Jean.
Don't worry about it. I hope it all works out for you.
Thanks.
It's all right now. So that was it. The end of the Gilded Lilies came as quickly as the beginning. A few gigs and a bit of hope. Then a kick in the teeth from fate and a pair of lokes. Life, eh? Weeks and weeks went by. Everyone got bored again. Time dripped like a nose.
Listen to that. That could have been me. Or me.
Or me.
Or me.
Or me.
No, it couldn't have been you.
Don't be cruel, it doesn't matter.
You think you're better than me, don't you? Don't see why. You ever wipe someone else's ass?
What's a favour?
No. As a nurse.
Of course not. I'm not a nurse, am I?
And you see, that is what being a nurse is all about in the end. You know, like, your room 101. The arse of humanity. For wiping. Are you even listening to me?
She's not listening and I don't blame her.
You're just as bad.
I've got a job.
Cooking chips and burgers.
Lots of people cook chips and burgers. This is England, it's what people eat.
Because I don't think you're better than me at all. I think that you watch too much telly. Doesn't make you better just because you don't do anything. Just makes you lazy, fat and stupid. So what are you doing now then? You taking a piss or what?
Leave it.
Well, what then? You're not even looking at me!
Sorry?
What?
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
I don't know, for making you shout at me.
I'm not shouting at you! Well, I am now because you're making me cross. I mean, what do you do, Blob? You know, when you're conscious.
Watch TV.
Is that it?
Chill out. Why are you so aggressive?
Time of the month. Time of my life. Miserable, stressful job. Boyfriend trouble.
You haven't got a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
What's the point of it all?
Can we turn this off?
Anyone fancy some chips? Or some toast? So, what do you think about them, Blob? You know, to get you through the day.
Science fiction, mainly.
What about it?
Well, mainly today, I've been wondering how you'd know if you're an alien or not. I mean, we might all be aliens, mightn't we? And nobody knows. That is the beauty of science fiction.
What is?
Surprising thoughts. I'd like to be abducted. I stand in wide open spaces looking up, waiting for a beam of light. I'd like to be experimented on by little green men.
Leprechauns?
Munchkins. Goblins.
Frogs.
Aliens. Here's a thought. We're just as alien to aliens, aren't we? I mean, we're just as alien as aliens to aliens.
You're losing me.
And if we're aliens, and aliens are aliens, then who are all the people who are not aliens? Where are all the real people? All gone. All abducted. Years and years and years ago.
That's it, I'm gone.
Me too. Me too.
Bye then, where are you going?
Back to the arse, he's got night shift.
Back to burgers, got a queue forming.
Back to...
Sleep? Call that my alienation technique.
Meanwhile, I was still getting no with Laura, and Tabitha was on my back. Get off my back, Tabitha.
Don't you think it's weird how you like Laura and I like you? And I wonder who likes me. I mean, there must be somebody somewhere. There's probably a whole tragic chain of unrequited love, right the way up to the Queen.
Probably, yeah.
Aren't you sort of getting used to me by now?
Yes, like a skin disease.
Well, that's kind of intimate.
Just leave me alone for a minute. There's something I need to think about.
What?
My mum.
How is she? How is she, Jean? I'm really sorry, Jane, but there was...
Nothing they could do.
yeah. Oh.
It all came rather sudden in the end. Not much chance to think about it. Uncle Death and Worm have made the arrangements. The funeral's fixed for next Tuesday. Weird thing is, I'm supposed to start work with Spiv this morning, down at the cemetery. Ah well, life goes on. Funny that, because it obviously doesn't. That it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Ironic first day.
First day, yeah.
Never thought I'd end up digging graves.
Well, gets you out of the house.
Out of the house, yeah.
Fresh air.
Fresh air.
It's a job with prospects.
Is it? What are they then?
Well, there could be a war. Or a famine. Plague or something.
You, get paid by the hole?
Oh, yeah.
You, ever tempted to, murder people? You know, get a bit of overtime?
Mind, yeah.
Didn't know you still use shovels. I thought you used diggers, you know, like little diggers.
We do. We start off with diggers. We have to finish with shovels.
Why?
There's usually someone down there already.
Anyone in particular?
Relatives or who they've forgotten about. There's a list, of course, but people slip through.
It's a bit rough, isn't it, getting buried by accident?
No, I mean forgotten. You know, people on their own or people no one liked.
Dead and forgotten. That's insult to injury, that.
Yeah.
You, found anyone down here yet?
No, I rodded it.
Rodded it?
You stick a rod in, push it down as far as it'll go. When it hits something hard, that's usually a coffin. So you know how deep to dig.
That's so you, don't dig anyone up?
Well, yeah, because that'd be disrespectful. Of course, some days there's no coffin left. Nowadays, MDF and plywood only lasts about a year.
But around me a shovel then.
Yeah. You digging like that?
You mean, am I digging as a woman?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'd like to, as a token of my respect for the intended buryee.
Fine. Fine.
So, how deep do we go then?
We're about 8 feet. To leave room for the next.
Next? Of kin?
Probably.
You mean me?
I suppose so.
So I'm digging my mother's grave and my own.
Could say that, yeah.
There's no could about it. It's an absolute inescapable fact.
Well, unless terrible accident happened before Tuesday. Well, you're not feeling well.
I'm feeling fine.
Oh, shame. Same digging it again, that's all.
Makes you think that.
Try not to think. Makes me depressed.
Oh, God, what's that?
Dunno, probably a stone.
You reckon? Who's that then?
Dunno. Could be anyone. I'll check the list.
Could be anyone. You know, it's a funny thing, Spiv, but there's something reassuring about digging up the dead. I mean, you die, you get put in a hole, you lie there. Then years later, a transvestite carelessly digs you up and wanders Puts it all in perspective, that. I mean, my mum, Laura, the band, you and me. It's all so silly and pointless and...
Hang on. This was Arthur Mowbray of 28 Acorn Avenue, Cricklewood. He died in 1926.
Arthur. Alas, poor Arthur. For I never knew you at all. I never probably will, by the look of it.
He was a painter and decorator, and he fell off his ladder.
Even better. A temporary profession, as fickle as the colour of a wall.
You know what? I don't think you're cut out for this. A bit melodramatic and maudlin.
My mum's just died. If I can't be melodramatic and maudlin now, when can I be?
Fair point.
What's it all about, Spiv?
Sex, money, clothes, food, and somewhere warm to sleep, in my opinion.
Nothing fine and nothing creative.
Cricket in the summer, football in the winter. Maybe a few holidays in Wales.
God, you're a depressing sod.
Wales is alright.
Oh, would you listen to that? 3 months that's been #1 now.
It's a nice tune.
Yeah, I suppose. It's a nice tune. A nice tune. What do you think, Arthur? Do you like it? I can't hear you, mate. You'll have to speak up. You'll have to speak up. So, shall I do with Arthur Mulberry then?
Take him home. There'll be some company for you.
Great. Thanks. Come on, Arthur. Hello.
Hello.
What?
What really gets me, what really gets me, is you don't even remember, do you?
What? Don't I remember?
Oh, rest my case.
You know, Tabitha, I find you incredibly difficult to talk to. It's doing my head in.
Nasal vacuum.
Cold cure?
The nightclub, Kilburn, November 23rd, 2003. Thrashed to death with methyl night. I was the one with the noose around my neck.
Were you? How lovely.
Still, nothing! You were with Nutter and you were drinking Alka-Pops through your ears.
With straws. Yeah, I remember that.
And I came up to you and asked you if you fancied coming down to the chill-out room for a snog.
Oh, God.
And one thing led to another,
And we ended up in the cleaner's store cupboard with the music thumping away on the floor above and us thumping away on the floor below.
Beat me up, Scotty Blob, anyone!
And there, amongst the mops and buckets and tubes of flash, we conceived little Domestos and Dettol.
Domestos and Dettol?
It was the smells, they lingered on my mind.
That was the most sordid moment of my sordid life.
That was the most romantic night of mine. I fell in love with you.
You fell in love with me?
Is there an echo?
Are Domestos and Dettol boys or girls?
Boys, they're lovely. They look just like their father. Shall I leave you to your inner struggle?
If you could, just for a few minutes, thanks.
Fine. Shall I go too?
Yes, please. Thank you. My life was not turning out how I'd planned at all. I was dressed as a woman, was a dad, and my mum was dead. I was in love with the wrong girl, and the right girl was all wrong. And these kids did look exactly like me. Poor buggers. I had to get out, so I climbed through the mortuary window. But this is Willesden Green. There is nowhere to run. And anyway, it was Tuesday and the funeral was in an hour. So I went to the burger bar. Laura wasn't there. So I ordered a bacon double heart bypass and a large cholesterol. I didn't fancy any fries. And then I heard this conversation in the next booth.
Well, I think it's telly. It's one thing doing it for the Lilies, but he's got it all mixed up with his mum and everything. The whole you thing is just pure displacement. I know about it. I've read it in books.
You reckon?
I reckon the moment you tell him, his whole universe will implode like a marshmallow in a microwave.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear? Why the hell did you tell him you were gay?
Well, it's worked with other blokes.
Yeah, but this is Gene. He's unhinged. He doesn't react like a normal bloke.
I couldn't believe it when he walked in his mum's clothes. It was sweet, really.
He's trying to keep his mum. That's what Freud would say. The more she ebbed away, the more he tried to keep her. Hitchcock made Norman do the same in What's It?
Psycho.
Yeah, you're right.
I could hardly keep a straight face when he told me about you being a lesbian.
I bet. Poor you.
Poor me. Poor him.
What time is it? We better not be late for the funeral.
Plenty of time yet. Fancy coming back to mine for some recreational drug abuse and casual sex?
Love to.
So that was it. I was naked. Emotionally, spiritually, almost literally. It was not a good day. One of a series and getting worse. And any minute now, they were going to put my mum in this hole.
this the grave of Maureen Smith?
Yes, yes, it will be.
What time's she going in?
About 2. I'm just waiting.
I couldn't get here any earlier. We were in New York.
Were you? Who's we?
Yeah, I flew back when I heard.
Do I know you?
No. No, you don't know me. But I know you. Oh, you ain't changed a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Gene, isn't it? Named after Gene Vincent, the great guitar player.
Is he? Was I? Who are you?
Pitch Black.
What? The Pitch Black?
Yeah, you know. Pitch Black and the Spinning Llamas!
Ah! What are you doing here?
Well, it's where I should be.
Standing by a hole in Willesden Green.
I'm your dad, Gene.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But if I was coming back, it would have to be today, wouldn't it? I really am your father.
In the film, yeah? In the film.
In life.
You know, I always sort of hoped that life wouldn't be as crap as the film.
Well, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry about what?
Your mother.
There's no point being sorry about her. It's too late to be sorry about her.
Well, come on. I didn't come here to argue with you.
I've got a list at home of things you should be sorry for. A long list. It starts with you not being there to pull me out of bed in the middle of the night when I cried, and ends with you not being there to hold my mother's hand when she needed you last week.
Well, she wouldn't have wanted me to. It wasn't like that. But I'm sorry if I wasn't there for you, if you needed me to be.
I needed you to be. Why weren't you there?
Well, I was a kid like you. I didn't know what it meant or what it was worth. I was selfish and self-obsessed, and I had this life.
So, you could have been. If you know.
Yeah, I could have been if I'd known, if somebody told me. If I'd been a different person. A better one, I suppose.
What a shame.
Yeah. It is. It was a terrible shame.
Who's this old bloke?
It's my dad. His name's Pitch. Pitch Black of the Spitting Llamas!
You're joking! You want him nutted?
Well, no, actually. I was thinking perhaps he could nut you. That's what Dad's been doing, it. Protect you a bit.
Yeah, if you want.
What's up?
Enjoy him, Wimpy, did ya? And you, Laura? Did you both have a knickerbocker glory for pudding?
I'm sorry, Gene. I just didn't fancy you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry too. Everybody's sorry!
You're mad! He's gorgeous! Look at him in his pants and everything!
You know, you're beginning to wear me down.
We could find a cleaning cupboard.
Tricky in a graveyard, but there's a shed over there.
Oi, that's my shed. And you're very welcome.
They're over there, Pitch, by the gate.
I didn't come here on my own, Gene. Someone in the limo wants to talk to you. In fact, wants to talk to you all.
Hello, guys. Hello, Jean. I'm sorry about your mum.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dad. He made it possible. We're meant to be cutting an album.
Cool.
I heard the single. It sounds really good.
Yeah, it's weird. Hearing it without you guys playing it, it just doesn't sound right somehow.
Doesn't sound crap, you mean?
No, not right. Look, I've been thinking. if you do something for me? Like a favour? Because we used to be friends.
Whatever. I suppose you don't want us to tell the papers you were a lap dancer, or about If being imaginary, or about Dustin being a drug dealer.
I don't care about that. It's all good for the image. No. I miss the Gilded Lilies.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want you to be in my band again. I want you to share in all my success.
Okay. Someone can stick a pin in this bubble now it's lasted long enough.
It's not a bubble, Jean. It's for real. I want you to record the album with me and the imaginary friend. And your dad wants to produce it. I want it to sound like it used to. Raw and pure.
You really do mean crap.
Just shut it.
We're going to call it Willesden Green. It'll be a big hit and we'll all be millionaires.
Nif's written the tunes and you're a genuine genius, aren't you, If?
Certainly.
But he wouldn't exist if I didn't believe in him.
But he does. And you do. You're quite good at believing in people, aren't you, Tabitha?
Well, what else is there in the end?
So you'll do it?
Well, I might have to think about it.
We'll do it.
But except me, I've got to finish this scarf. It's for Jean. It's chilly in your pants in New York.
You know those things you're told as a kid? About dreams not coming true? It's not true. They do. Just have to dream them long enough. Stay asleep, and you stay in the dream. And it's miles better than being dead. So that afternoon, we buried my dear old mum.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The drink doesn't kill you. Drugs surely must.
Then we all got on a plane with Mandy and went to New York. Life was sweet. We all lived happily ever after. And the Gilded Lilies became a rock legend. It was all really simple in the end. Well, sometimes things just are, aren't they, Tabitha? How's little Domestos and Detto?
They're fine, and little Ajax is coming along nicely.
Hit it!
Catch a falling star, put it in a jaguar. Then you get some pretty licks and go as hard as fugitives. If you want someone to get, well, the highlights in your hair. If you like your love romantic, swim in the Atlantic, then you're Gilded Lily and brown. tips. If you want your friends to care about the highlights in your hair, if you like your love romantic, swim in the Atlantic, then you're gilding the lily, my friend. Even though you know the day should never end, because you're gilding the lily, my love. You may